I'm glad you're here with me today. Well, it's been less than a month and the live webcam for Yellowstone is down once again. So here we have the static cam with the day's images all put together. The largest earthquake that they are reporting for Yellowstone is a magnitude 2.2. Going to Google Earth, here's the location of that earthquake. Let's bring it out a little bit to get an idea where it is at. Alright, over here we have the Yellowstone River. We also have the upper falls. Let me bring this out a little bit more. Down to the south would be Yellowstone Lake. Looks like it's also close to Mount Washburn and Canyon Village. I wonder if anyone there at Canyon Village felt it and maybe just never reported it, or the spotty cell service. Yeah, so they just probably forgot about it and just didn't report or haven't had time. They are reporting 6 earthquakes within the last 24 hours. Let's see, we got a 0.4. Yeah, up there where that swarm's been happening, close to Sawtooth along the Snake River Plateau, a 0.6. The Madison River area, supposedly, a 0.5. Also the Sawtooth area. A 2.0 down by Kelly, Wyoming. There's its location, and let me bring this out. Yeah, this is along, and I did a report about this because there was a 2.6 in this location. Along the Togody Fault Zone, they believe that this probably could be an ancient fault that has been reactivated because of the recharging of the magma that's coming into the Yellowstone system, and I did a report about that. Let's see, back on the 23rd. And more recently, they're reporting, this is the last one they reported, a 1.8 up there by Bozeman, Montana. This here is an image of the earthquake there at Gallatin, the 1.8 that they're saying. It really shook up Yellowstone. Here on the left is 208. That's a borehole for Yellowstone Lake. Next to it is Moose Creek, Idaho. West Thumb, second from the right. And then Maple Creek on the far right. This here's the monitor for Yellowstone Lake. Yeah, it's the borehole. It's about, 650 feet under the ground. Let's look at the seismic signature. It's real small. Let me try and make it bigger. Okay, let's extract that. See, we got volcanic tremors. And look at the signature throughout all here. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, let's bring it out. This here would be plate movement or fault line movement. Now the borehole for Yellowstone Lake, it's up there by the fishing bridge where Yellowstone Lake empties out into the Yellowstone River. We got a lot of drum beats going on. Yeah, let's go to the spectrogram. Look at that. Very concerning. Yep, it's showing all the toxic gases that are coming up. We'll go back to the seismic signature. Let me close this out. Yeah. It's like, oh crap, right? What's going on? I don't know. Yeah, with the live webcam not working, all I have is from yesterday, the static cam, where they take a picture every so many minutes and put it all together. How convenient. Now this borehole here you can see on Google Maps. Borehole 208. This here is where it empties into the Yellowstone River. And while I'm bringing it up, I'll give you an update about that woman that was gored last week, a week ago, in this area right here. Her and her fiance or boyfriend were out here walking in the field. And they were going to go to the lodge for a cup of coffee. They stopped to watch a herd of about 20 elk leave the area, and then they noticed 2 bison one of which they said dropped and rolled on the ground like a dog. And then he got up and started walking towards them and then ran towards them. Well, they can run, I believe it's 21 miles an hour, maybe a little faster. This here is an image of her in the hospital with her fiance. He evidently proposed to her there in the hospital, and they have a GoFundMe page if you want to help donate. But the bison evidently hit her head on. She was thrown up in the air about 8 to 10 feet, landed on her back really hard. She's 47 years old, so it's going to be a long recovery for her. She had 2 collapsed lungs, 7 fractures in her vertebrae, her back. He was evidently going to propose to her there at the park, but that was interrupted, so he ended up proposing to her in the hospital. She's got a long stay, evidently. Now, according to the news report, she isn't going to need surgery, but she does have to wear a back brace to keep her spine immobilized. And they're asking for help with her medical bills. It says medical bills for Amber Rogers Harris. And in here it says she's going to need more surgery, but according to the news article, that's not going to be the case. Her boyfriend put up the GoFundMe page, Chris Whitehill, and they've got about $11,000, almost $600 here that people have donated. Now, for the woman that was killed by the grizzly bear in or close to West Yellowstone, a trail cam in that area showed a mama grizzly with 2 cubs. They evidently have stopped the hunt for the bear. It was 3 days that they only had the trap put up, but they're no longer going to try and track it. I don't know why. I know there was a fear as time went on they might end up catching the wrong bear. But the area where she was killed is still closed until August 25th. So going back to the Yellowstone updates, I think first off I'll open up the Maple Creek area and see what was going on there. Lots of gases. Look at the heat and the toxic gases that came up when I pulled the files. We got a few marked in red. Let me pull this over and I'll close that out. You can see we got one here. We'll go to the seismic signature. It's got a long P wave on it and it's volcanic. It's another sign of magma on the move. That's at 1025 Universal. That one is not being reported, and it comes in as a magnitude 1.45. We got another one here that's a little bit larger, but I think they did report that one. There's quite a few of them throughout this area. We got one right here at 339 Universal, also not being reported. And that one comes in as a magnitude 1.18. Okay, I'm just going through the ones that are marked in red. Okay. And I pulled the files going back about 24 hours. Now this is, again, the Maple Creek area. Yeah. Still so much of the same stuff going on as what I reported in my last report. Yeah, let me pull this down. Alright, I want to go to West Thumb. We got a few marked in red here. That's the one I believe they did report. We got another one. It's not in red, but we got one right there, and I wanted to see what it was doing when I pulled the files. Yeah, just slow moving tremors. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, a lot of gases coming up. Alright, we got some right here. So you can see the line of melt. Yep, and the earthquakes. Let's make that bigger. Oh yeah, look at that. See? Like a little spring. Yep, we'll make that larger. Volcanic tremors. Now this is caused because the ground is getting so brittle as the magma rises. It wants to rise like a beach ball held underneath water. It just naturally wants to rise. But that ground is getting so brittle, that it's creating these earthquakes. And we'll pull it up. This is what it was showing earlier. Yeah, see, fault movement, tectonic as they call it. And the monitor, what they call Moose Creek, Idaho. It's near the border. Yeah, look at the heat. Oh my goodness. What I should do, this is the thumbnails. This is Moose Creek, Idaho. I'm just going to use Google Earth and show you the location for this monitor. Let me bring it back out so you get an idea. Okay, it's along the Snake River Plateau. I've talked about this. It's not surprising. As a plume comes up from the mantle of the earth, let me get this bigger, it's slowly circulating going towards the west. And that's where the Snake River Plateau's at. And what I have drawn out in red is some of the eruptions. Now, this was an eruption that happened about 70,000 years ago, but there's been more recent eruptions. Let's see if I can find it. Do I have it drawn out? No, when I, oh, maybe I do. Down over here. Okay, yeah, we got Hell's Half Acres, Craters of the Moon. Some of those were fairly recent. Craters of the Moon was only 2,000 years ago. Native Americans talk about witnessing that. So that's the monitor right there. And that's what it's showing in this location. You know, it used to be, they said that there was still magma there because it was stuck there like a little balloon or something under the ground. But now they know that it's actually circulating up and spreading horizontally, yeah, throughout that region. So what else do we got here? Yeah, we got that. Yeah, see the toxic gases and the heat. And we got another one up over here. Yep, let's look at the seismic signature. Yeah, see, volcanic tremors. Anyways, I'll end this with, if you go to Yellowstone and if you happen to come across a bear, what to do and what not to do. It's posted on Yahoo News. Don't turn your back. Whether it's a grizzly or a black bear, don't turn your back. If the animal doesn't see you, you are very fortunate. You can slowly back away, but always keep your eyes on the animal and stay really focused. Don't run. You shouldn't run away because it's obviously going to alert them. And then that's something, that they're going to want to chase. Bears are very fast and you can't outrun them. And yeah, they do climb trees and they can run uphill and they can run downhill. Give them lots of space. Make sure you're not between them and the babies. Now, the national park says if it is a brown bear, and it's acting defensively because it feels threatened, you should play dead by lying flat on your stomach with your hands clasped behind your neck. And keep your backpack on for extra protection. Now, if it's a black bear, and if you're attacked, it says you should not play dead and instead fight back. I think when you're being attacked, you're probably just going to go on instinct and not going to know if you're supposed to play dead or fight back. Fight vigorously with blows focusing on the face. Yeah, I would probably try and poke out an eyeball. And if you survive, it's the luck of the draw. And it's really messy, it says. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, that one poor woman, they said she died fairly quickly. She bled out, supposedly. Travel in groups, bring a whistle. Yeah, I guess whistles are good. Not just if you're trapped during an earthquake. Loud sounds will help make your presence known to any animal in the area, especially if you don't have travel companions. Yeah. Carry bear mace and know how to use it. Now, I used bear mace on a dog. Granted, I didn't get close enough to get the dog in the face. I just got its side and its body, but it didn't seem to have any effect on the dog. Maybe because it wasn't in his eyes. I didn't want to get that close with this dog, to get it in his eyes. And here it says bear mace isn't foolproof, but it will help deter the animal. So they're not guaranteeing bear mace will work. So that's all I have for you right now. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up my videos. And I want to thank the people that have supported my work. I got some really good people recently that have helped. They sent in donations. You know who you are. God bless you. And thank you very much. Always be prepared for any type of disaster. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.